Hey guys, welcome back. Happy spooky season. I am back with another Tyre Nichols update. I do keep up with this case. I know it's been a while since I've posted. I do apologize greatly. You know how life just hits the shit out of you. It happens. It is what it is. But I am back now. Please don't cuss me out in the comments. I still love you. Also, have patience with me. My braces are a little annoying today, so if I seem like I'm talking funny, it's because they're pinching me, sorry. But today I'm reading from The Guardian. This is a new article provided, they are starting the trials. This article reads, Judge denies 3 ex-officers' requests for separate trials in Tyre Nichols' killing. Judge says severing case is not required to protect rights to a fair determination of their guilt or innocence. Fucking assholes. So just for a quick fill-in, Tyre Nichols he was, kind of hurts to say that, a 29-year-old black man. He was beaten to death brutally, might I add, on camera, full view, terrible, by 5 police officers, all black, dumbass police officers. Now, the balls come into play when you have 3 officers who are trying to be separated from the other 2. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but did you guys not see 5 officers beating this man unnecessarily? It's all on camera, so the fact that they even have the audacity to ask to be separated from the other 2 is hilarious. And I am talking about Tadarius Bean, Desmond Mills, and Justin Smith's bitch asses. They are the ones that have filed a motion to sever their cases from Demetrius Haley and Emmett Martin. Now, what is interesting about the Demetrius Haley and Emmett Martin, those 2, they're claiming they were the main aggressors. They were the most violent. I mean, honey, all of you guys were violent. All of you guys, I mean, you're grown men. If you felt 2 other men were egging you or peer pressuring you to do some bullshit like that, to actually end a person's life, a 29-year-old's life, who's just up the street from his mother's fucking house, then, you're just fucking pathetic. So, basically, the judge has denied that request. Thank God. Fuck them. All of them. I hope that, I hope the trial, I have to Google and see, and if Tennessee still does the death penalty, because honestly, I'm here for it. I never support that, but if you take someone's life as brutally as they took Tyre Nichols, baby, what the fuck ever. Let karma beat your ass, please. So, all right, let me go ahead and read through this report provided once again by The Guardian. A judge on Monday denied requests by 3 former Memphis officers to have separate trials in the fatal beating of Tyre Nichols after a traffic stop. Lawyers for Tadarius Bean, Desmond Mills, and Justin Smith had filed motions to sever their cases from Demetrius Haley and Emmett Martin, arguing that they could not receive fair trials if they all face a jury together for the violent beating of Nichols on January 7th that was caught on police video. Shelby County Judge James Jones Jr. issued an order Monday denying those requests, saying that severing the cases is not required to protect the rights to a fair determination of their guilt or innocence. I'm so thankful for a judge with common sense. Ain't no separating. No. Oh, no, baby. You're on stand trial together. I can't wait. But besides that, let's continue. Shelby County Judge James Jones Jr. issued an order Monday denying those requests. All 5 former members of a Memphis Police Department Crime Suppression Unit, aka the Scorpion Unit, have pleaded not guilty to state charges, including second-degree murder and aggravated kidnapping in the beating of Nichols, who was punched, kicked, and slugged with a police baton after he fled a traffic stop during which he was hit with a stun gun and pepper spray. He was illegally pulled over. There was no justification or reason to pull him over. They were immediately aggressive with him, as stated in this article, with the stun gun and pepper spray. So, yeah. Nichols, 29, died in a hospital 3 days after the beating. Oh, goodness. Rest your soul, baby. An autopsy report showed Nichols died from blows to the head, and the manner of death was homicide. The report described brain injuries, cuts, and bruises to the head and other parts of the body. The 5 officers, all of whom are black, dumb fucks, were fired shortly after the beating, which was one of several violent encounters between police and black people that have sparked protests and renewed debate about police brutality and police reform in the U.S. In addition to the state charges, the 5 officers were indicted on the 13th of September, on federal civil rights charges alleging they used excessive force and lied about the beating. They have pleaded not guilty to those charges as well. Now let me backtrack a little bit to a part that I found very interesting. You know what? No, I'm going to keep reading. The 5 former officers were part of the so-called Scorpion Unit, a crime suppression team that was supposed to, Lord, how are you on a team that's supposed to stop violent crime, and you guys are the main fucking aggressors? I've been saying that since the beginning. But to continue, the 5 former officers were part of the so-called Scorpion Unit, a crime suppression team that police officials disbanded after Nichols' beating. Smart move. During a 15th of September hearing in state court, Jones heard from lawyers of the 3 officers who are seeking separate trials. John Keith Perry, the lawyer for Bean, and Martin Zumick, I hope I'm saying that correctly, Smith's attorney, said neither officer was at the initial traffic stop. When police say Nichols was pulled over on an allegation of reckless driving, police have since said they found no evidence that Nichols was actually driving reckless, aka pulled over illegally. Now, to backtrack, I do find it interesting that 2 of the officers claim that they were not, let's see, let me make sure I'm saying that. 2 or 3 of the officers are claiming that they were not at the initial pullover. So you're basically, what you're saying, you dumb fucks, is that you just pulled up to a beating, I'm guessing, that was already underway, and you just decided to start kicking and beating on him as well. So you were not at the initial traffic stop, which means you you just pulled up to the scene aggressive as hell and started beating him with the other officers. Is that what you're admitting to? Is that what they're saying? I hope so. Beat the hell out of him, jury, please. Thank you. Let's continue. Nichols ran away from officers justifiably, because the way they're talking to him as soon as they pull him over, how aggressive they are, and just it was unnecessary. He was obviously very spooked. But Nichols ran away from officers who tried to restrain him outside of the car. He ran towards his nearby home and called out for his mother as he was pummeled just steps from his house. That is a very hard scene to watch in that video. I have said it multiple times. I've never seen anything like that in my life. You know, there are gangsters and people out here who hurt children, molest children, and things like that. And they're not getting their asses stumped in the ground like that. But you're going to beat on a man who's calling out for his mother, calling for his fucking mother. You're just going to, beat him. You don't do gangsters like that. That gives just, that's amazing. It really is. In the worst way. To continue. Nichols was, quote unquote, a helpless victim as he was hit by Haley, Martin, and Mills while being held by Bean and Smith, prosecutors said in a court filing. The lawyers said Bean and Smith merely responded to a call about a suspect who was running away from police after he had been hit with a stun gun and pepper sprayed. Bean tackled Nichols, and he and Smith were just doing their job, they claim, as they tried to get Nichols' hands behind his back so that he could be handcuffed, the lawyer said. Lying son of child, let me not. You guys know I will start. Lying asses. Just doing their job. He was not resisting. He was not fighting. That's the part that was so amazing in the video. He put up absolutely no fight. It actually hurts. But in that case, what the fuck do? You're scared to, fight back against police officers. They stunned the shit out of him. They maced the shit out of him. He couldn't make it to his home just because of those 2 reasons. And he was just trying to get to his mom's house. That's all. Just trying to get back to his mom. Let me continue. Prosecutors opposed the request for separate trials, arguing that the 5 officers can be treated fairly if tried together. You goddamn Skippy. They didn't treat him fairly. I don't give a damn about them being treated fairly if you ask me. Fuck you. To continue, Deputy District Attorney Paul Hagerman said the 5 officers were not charged for actions from the traffic stop. Rather, they are responsible for what they did at the second location, where Nichols was beaten and left to struggle with the injuries as he sat slumped against a police car and refused medical assistance. Whew. All right, guys, that is the end of the article. Wow, it's the audacity for me, honestly. Just there are no words for the audacity that they have to even think that they could get off in any kind of way with this or throw out any kind of excuse. There are no excuses for you acting like fucking unhinged animals in the middle of the street. Then you're so comfortable with what you do and what you've been doing that you do it in broad and in full view of multiple fucking cameras. So since you're so big and fucking bad, no, ain't no separate trial. Put them all in the same room together. I hope they burn they ass at the stake. I really do. Happy spooky season, bitch. I cannot stress enough how pathetic these 5 officers are. Their lieutenants, anyone who refused medical assistance, all of them, everyone who even approached the crime, knew about the crime, was on the crime scene, they all deserve some form of punishment, which is, to my understanding, most of them have been fired. That's not enough for me, as we all know that the officer's superior, he actually was able to retire with full benefits. He retired the day before his hearing. Stupid bitch. How weak can you be? So, not all of them have been punished as they should, but hey, this is a start. I'm very glad that the judge denied that. Ain't no separate trials. You don't need anything separate, bitch. No, not at all. Go to hell. Disrespectfully. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you did, thank you so much for listening. If you did stay, if you want to hear anything else, any questions, talk to me. I will definitely respond. Any suggestions for videos maybe that you guys want to see, let me know. I will take those. I hope you guys have a really good day. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know it's annoying when people beg for likes and shares and bullshit like that. I normally try to avoid that, but YouTube has made it very hard to get in the algorithm without it. So if you guys love me like I love you, like, share, subscribe, and definitely have a good day. Kisses. Bye. Also, side note, guys, YouTube and their hating stupid asses. They did age restrict the last Tyre Nichols update video that I did provide. So if you guys did not see that, just go directly to my page or channel. It should show there, but it was age restricted, meaning it was hidden from the algorithm. So hopefully you guys were able to see that new update if you're interested. Thank you.